Welcome to Our Girl Relationships. On this channel, we talk about problems people face in their day-to-day lives. Let's start with a video.
I don't know what's going on, but I need some advice. The names and ages have been changed, and especially for age, I have put random numbers, as the people from my family are on Reddit. They don't follow me, though. And if this blows up and someone gets to know of it, things may get worse for me than they already are. And please give constructive criticism. I am already hurt. I'm only looking for advices, so no mean comments, please. The title gives off a lot of information about the situation. My stepsister is dating my ex. Can you believe it? No, right, me neither. But to add more to it, not only are they just dating, but they are committing and going to marry each other in a month. And I have to pretend like I'm happy and I'm willingly giving my blessings to them. Not only do I feel betrayed by my whole family, that they didn't expect me to be unhappy over it, but celebrate it too. It's making me sick to my stomach that I have to deal with this shit when I'm barely over my ex. And yeah, everyone knows about us. Everyone knows that we were together for over 3 years, and my ex just moved on like that in 4 months. I always wanted us to get married, but now he breaks up with me over a stupid lie that someone told him about me cheating, which I didn't. I swear I didn't cheat on him, ever. But he told me he found out I cheated. I explained everything to him and stood my ground, but instead, he called me a cheater as well as a liar, and now he replaced us within 3 months, and is getting married to my sister. Of all people in this world he had to choose from, he only found my stepsister. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew about everything I went through because of her and how shitty she's treated me all the time, and still he had the audacity to pull a stunt like that on me. And the worst part is that they seem so in love with each other. The cold, mean guy is completely gone, and this is some new guy who has surfaced. He probably is trying to change and be a better man for her. He loves her, and even though I had no fault in any of these, never did any of these people wrong, but still she is the one he chose. My family made sure to rub it in my face so that they could see the changes in my ex and how it happens when the right person comes along and so on. Every word they said to me shattered me so much. The worst part, I had to pretend I was happy for them. And why the hell they all pretend like it's normal for my stepsister to date my ex of 3 years, knowing that we two were going to be married. Everyone just betrayed me, and honestly, I don't think I can pull myself together and go through this month because everyone would be busy with the wedding preparations and everything is just going to break me even more and more. I just want to stop living this life, run away somewhere far from all this chaos, and start a new life without anyone disturbing me anymore. This all sounds so easy when you're drunk and heartbroken, desperate to find a solution or at least hope. I don't even know why God is putting me through so much, and honestly, I just want the pain to go away. I wish my dad was still alive. He would understand my heartbreak and believe me that I never cheated. I know it was just an excuse that he came up with. And my mother, she too thinks I am the bad guy in all this. She never loved me. I didn't mind, but once when I needed her, she left me for her new family and daughter. My ex will paint me as the bad guy and 4 months later show up with my stepsister and get married to her a month later. This following month will be the worst month of my life. I just know that 31 days and then me and him are done for good. He will start a new life. I will try starting a new life. I'm not hurt by the breakup. I'm hurt of being accused falsely. And now this whole situation, like literally any advice would do for me, and I don't mind trying any stupid ideas too. I'm really desperate and sorry again for my unhealthy coping mechanism. Sometimes you just give in, I guess. So, okay, thank you so much for bearing with my drunken, sad rants. It's been a week since I first made this post. Freshly heartbroken, it was the worst feeling ever. But I really appreciate everything you guys have said, and a lot of people saying how no one deserves me, especially my ex, made me feel so much better about myself and the whole situation that's been going on, honestly. So what happened was 2 days later, a friend of mine reached out to me, and thank God she did. We've decided we're actually running away to have a vacation for a whole month. I have a really high-paying job, and so money isn't an issue, and I know I need some healing in fresh air and near the sea. We've decided to visit Bali, and just for 3 weeks run away somewhere to a place when no one knows us or disturbs us. The pain still lingers, but I know I'm taking one step forward towards my healing, and it will be good. I gave a notice to my office that I'll be taking a 3-week vacation, and they approved. You know, the perks of being the #1 employee for the past 5 years. So yeah, everything is pretty much set about the wedding scenario. I've texted in the family GC that I won't be attending the wedding, and before anyone can reach out to me, I left the chat and made sure to put them all on silent. And I've also warned them that any kind of passive aggression is not going to be tolerated, and I will be cutting ties with anyone who stops in the way of my decision and healing holiday. I'm so excited. This is legit. The best place on the internet. And honestly, you all are the coolest people ever. We'll be updating after a week. 7 days have gone by and I'm already at Bali. The last update I made was from the flight we took. So I have a lot to talk about here. In the first place of all, it's impeccable and so pretty that no wonder everyone comes here and doesn't want to leave. I don't want to either. I want to be here forever and keep on vacationing till death. I feel like I'm really getting over everything, so the friend I mentioned also hooked me up with online therapy. And that's been really helping and making me realize a lot of things. Everything that I wasn't realizing before is just being kept right before my eyes, and honestly, everything feels better this way. It was not my fault. And then reiterating those lies isn't going to change my truth. And yes, I've grown stronger. It feels impossible, but if I can be replaced in 3 months, then so can I replace that person who never cared about me to begin with. Basically, screw my ex. Screw my family, who I have decided to cut off after the wedding and everything. And most interesting part of this whole plan is that nobody can stop me. I have become more spiritual and have been connecting to my dad's soul more, and I know he is guiding me and I can feel his presence. It is just me, my father and God against the world. This has got to be the craziest update ever. Like, I know throughout this that I may seem like a bad guy, but honestly, you got to become greater evil to defeat evil, then so be it. After focusing on myself the whole month, I am literally so much better than before, and I have actually found myself and explored things that I liked and seemed much happier. Okay, so getting to the main stuff, while exploring the city, I bumped into an old friend. But the one who used to be my high school best friend and my stepsister. True, unrequited love. She was really going after him for like 4 to 6 years, but he liked me, so she was rejected. It was the main reason of her bullying me, and anyways, so we went for a drink and went to the beach and told each other whatever was happening in our lives, and I ended up telling my sad story, and he was really sympathetic about it. He is everything I wanted my ex to be, and I still don't know why I never gave a chance to him. We talked and ended up spending the night together. It was the best night ever for me. I never felt this connected to someone, and I loved how our bodies were in sync. I just knew he was meant for me, and the universe sent him my way at the right time. We haven't become exclusive yet, and we are definitely taking it slowly. And don't worry about my other friend being left out. Her boyfriend joined us this weekend too. Now we both have our respective SO with us. It is just complete now. We will be returning home tomorrow and the wedding is in 2 days. We will reach there in 1 day and the next day we will rest and show up to the wedding the next. Yes, I have decided to show up there and show them how much I have healed, and it's time for my stepsister to know how I felt. And no, I am not manipulating anyone. It was his idea to show up to the wedding together. All I know is that this is going to be the best Sunday of my life. So, the final update for this post. I did what I had to do, and I promise y'all should have been there to watch the whole drama that unfolded. I showed up all ready and dressed up with my boyfriend. We are not official yet, but we introduced each other as that. LOL. So I showed up, and everyone assumed I wouldn't be coming there because I had no face left after doing such things. I did feel bad, but screw it. I went to my sister, and she was surprised and almost crying at seeing my boyfriend with me. She started yelling and calling me names for bringing the love of her life to her wedding, and I stood my ground and told her if she can marry my ex, I can at least marry the guy who never liked her in the first place. My mother butted and told me to go away. I stayed persistent. My ex comes in and sees me in surprise, and when my sister told him the whole thing, she accidentally misused a few words and ended up cornered by my ex. After he starts asking about her relationship with my now boyfriend and me passing some snarky comments, she finally spit the whole truth of paying my ex's best friend to tell him that I cheated. My ex was literally shocked, and so was everyone. So my stepsister was the culprit all along. It made sense. The wedding was called off, and guess who is trying to make his way into my life? Poor him. Honestly, to think I will forgive him? None will be forgiven or be given the rights to come to my life anymore. That's all. If something happens, I will update sooner. Please, this sounds so much like a novel or movie, but honestly, there are so many incidents I have seen that make this whole incident believable. Kudos, OP. Have a good life ahead. The ex is so embarrassing, LOL.
Next story.
So I, a 25-year-old woman, have moved to the country and have been living with my brother, 44, and sister-in-law for the last 3 months till I can arrange my documentation and establish myself here. I'm helping around the house and washing my own clothes, as well as making food for myself and my brother that he can take to eat during his working shifts, and I'm also paying for my part of house bills and groceries. I'm grateful that I can stay, but there are always some things that my brother mentions to me that make me feel like I'm a bad person. Like, why don't I iron their clothes? The type of sausages I used for the food are not the right ones. He expects me to clean his dishes after him, but will not do the same for me. He will not knock when entering the room I'm staying in. And from what I understood, my sister-in-law has done a cleaning inspection in my room to see how I keep it, which I was hurt by since my personal space was invaded. Now, my sister-in-law is going to get knee surgery this week and will be recovering at home for the next half a year. I'm working from home and we will be expected to do the chores as well. This feels like too much for me, as if I have no control over my choices and my anxiety is over the roof. I found a place to stay and intend to move out this week because I do not want to be treated this way and have not yet told them. AITA if I move out now when I know they'll expect me to take care of my sister-in-law? Update. Thank you to everyone for the kind words and for helping me have a better understanding of my situation. I finally managed to move my things yesterday while my brother and sister-in-law were away from home. I have waited for him outside so he could not escalate the situation and have discussed with him when he returned from work. I told him I'm moving out as of today to a place I found to stay and thanked him for allowing me to stay at his place. We didn't have a big fallout as I was expecting because I think he knew I was planning something. I'm happy he didn't cause a big scene and I was able to get out. NTA. They were nice to let you stay. You were nice back and contributed positively to their lives. They did something which was not nice, made you uncomfortable, and you have good reason to think it will get worse. You have every right to move out. You need peace to work from home effectively. Wow, OP, I'm so sorry you're being treated that way. NTA at all. You're not a cleaner and cook, and that's basically how they're treating you. And invading your space is out of order. You need to move out of there. If they start being funny and guilt-tripping you, be honest and tell them that how you were being treated was having an impact on your mental health and you need your own space. I hope this helps. Please take care.
Next story.
My dad met my former stepmom, Sarah, when I was 9. They got married and she was basically a third parent to me. We went on family vacations. She helped me with homework, came to my games and activities, yada yada. Well, a year or two ago, we all found out my dad cheated and they divorced. I told my dad that I wasn't cutting Sarah out of my life just because she wasn't his wife anymore, and he said, "We'll see." Sarah and I still talk and meet up from time to time. My dad's been dating Anne for a while. I met her around Thanksgiving. He keeps trying to make me bond with her, but I don't want to. She's annoying. She's invited me to go shopping with her, to lunch, get our nails done. I have no interest. Anyway, Saturday before Mother's Day, we were with my dad's family for a barbecue. Anne was there. My aunt mentioned some story that included Sarah and said that she hoped she's good. I said she is. My aunt said, "Oh, you're still in touch?" I said, "Yeah, we're actually getting dinner on Monday so I can give her a gift." My dad said, "Her gift? For what?" I said, "Mother's Day. She was my stepmom for over 15 years. And he said, "Well, she's not anymore." I ignored him and started talking about something else. I spent Mother's Day with my mom, but Sunday night my dad called and said that he doesn't think I should be in contact with Sarah anymore. He said it hurt Anne's feelings when I told them I was meeting Sarah for dinner and that I got her a gift. He said it's wrong since I won't even put in the effort to get to know Anne, and I didn't even give her anything for Christmas. He said, "You should get Anne something small for Mother's Day." I said, "What? And why? She's not my mom." He said, "I know, but she's my girlfriend and I'm your dad. You should put in more effort." I told my dad that being in my life is an equal opportunity, that I don't owe Anne anything. He said I was being stubborn and needed to grow up. Me not getting to know Anne has nothing to do with Sarah. It's because before my dad met Sarah, his girlfriends were weirdos. One acted like her and I were instant besties. One apparently called my mom and wanted to be her bestie. Found her number at my dad's house or something. One kept trying to get me to be a girly girl and wear dresses and stuff. He'd only stay with them a few months and then find a new girlfriend. When I was a kid, I got to know them all, but I don't anymore, and I'm not. I probably feel the same way if he never met or married Sarah because I'm over it. AITA for still talking to Sarah and not getting to know Anne. NTA. Your dad divorced Sarah. You did not. She's been an important part of your life for pretty much most of your life. She is your parent. For your dad to expect you to just drop such an important person out of your life is beyond selfish. As for Anne, you are under no obligation to bond with her. Again, your dad chose to bring her into your life. You didn't. And expecting you to bring a Mother's Day gift is frankly a bit weird since Anne was never a mother to you, since she became part of your dad's life when you were an adult.